Hi, Eleanor. Hi, honey. I gotta go to work. Buddy, I gotta go to work. No, don't go. But I have to buy your cat treats. Bye, honey. I'll see you soon. A couple days. Oh, my handsome boy. And hello there, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It's exactly 4:15 in the afternoon. It's about 105 degrees right now, which is not unusual. It could be and should be probably 115 right now, but 95 is perfect here in Las Vegas because it's so dry. We're going to New Orleans this evening, which is going to be 95 degrees or higher and all that humidity. So I am not leaving my room unless I desperately need to. So I've got my laptop. I'll play video games. I'll fart around online just fine. I don't know how long our layover is. It can't be particularly long, but there is a very good breakfast, so I'll do that. I know we have a LA layover. I forget how long the LA layover is. LA should be really, really nice this time of year. I do want to hit that thrift shop I went to last time because they had some really fun stuff. But blah, blah, blah. Let me get into the airport. I will see you soon. Welcome to New Orleans. It's probably about 10 past midnight. The place is largely abandoned. All right, heading towards the shuttle. Really, really great flight tonight. Leaving, there's a whole bunch of passengers like picking up their bags, waiting for people, and everyone we pass is like, oh, great flight, thanks so much. And it feels like I'm leaving someone's house party. That's what it feels like. Oh, we're leaving at 5? So it's just a really, really, really exceptional flight. Really great. All right, I don't want to go outside. Oh my God, it's gonna be so humid. It's gonna be like a wet slap. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh. See my glasses? It is so gross. Just checking the mattress, as is my habit. So far it looks good. It is a little chilly in here. 64 degrees. I'm gonna turn that up to like 70. 71. Hey guys, hi, hello, welcome to New Orleans. I think I told you about our flight. It was 3 hours and 12 minutes, really nice flight. As we were heading towards our shuttle, passengers left and right were like, thank you so much, what a great flight, blah, blah, blah. It was super, super nice. I'm working with a great crew, especially my position D, who's flying up in front with me. He is charming. He's funny. He's really great with passengers. So just a really, really great crew. The room is warming up a little bit at 66 degrees. 64 is way too cold. Usually my condo during the daytime is at 80 degrees in the summer. I don't turn the AC on until it's 80 because I'm frugal I don't want to spend $1,000 on an electric bill. With my new AC unit, it's much more effective and cost effective than my old one when I first bought the place. It better be, it's so expensive. So I think my electric bill in the summertime is $100 a month, if that. And that's mostly because I keep it fairly reasonably at 80 degrees. 80 sounds warm for most people, but when it's 120 outside or 115, 80 seems very reasonable. At night, I drop it to 77 just because it's easier to sleep with that little bit of air. But yeah, I typically keep my hotel room around 70, 71 degrees, especially when there aren't a lot of blankets. This is a very lightly clad bed. I am contemplating going downstairs for breakfast early. They have a very, very early morning breakfast here, but at the same time, I'm thinking I'm kind of tired. I don't know if I want to go to bed on a full belly, so I think I might just jump in bed and go to sleep. It is 1:06 a.m. I think breakfast ends at 10. So yeah, I think I'm going to stay in my room, go to sleep. I have some cherries, of course, because apparently they're still in season. I have some cherries, so maybe I'll do a little nibbling on those before I go to bed. But yeah, that's it. I will see you guys for breakfast. I did bring my cherries. Look how amazing these look. So happy. Thank you, Trader Joe's. I'm going to eat like half of these before I go to sleep. In case you're ever wondering, What does Steven look like right after he wakes up? This is what he looks like just after he wakes up. Oh my God. I didn't get to sleep until probably morning. Till probably, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Not unusual for the, difference in time zones. But I did not sleep, and then I woke up just a few minutes ago. It's 8:30 because I'm going to have breakfast, and then I'm going right back to bed because I'm still very sleepy, and I need to depuff these eyes. Let's get some breakfast, shall we? Looks like the eggs have been sitting there for a while, but they're well cooked. Sausage, potatoes, some biscuits. I think we have oatmeal over here. Yep. Cereal, some fruit. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm hungry. I'll do some eggs. Well, this is how I'm spending most of my day, playing Baldur's Gate 3. Each its own domain. And hello there, how are you? Look, I left the room. It's exactly 6 p.m. I haven't left my room outside of going to breakfast, which was very satisfying, but I am hungry. I've got some food in my bag, but I think I'm going to reserve it for LA since there aren't really a lot of food options nearby or a hotel. I am going to swing into a fast food joint that's nearby this hotel here for a little bite to eat. The only thing I've really eaten besides breakfast were those cherries. I ate that entire container of cherries between very early this morning when I got into the room and this afternoon. I ate all of those cherries. My belly is bound to rebel against that amount of food, cherries, but so far so good. The weather here is actually quite nice. It looks like it's bound to rain soon, but the humidity is nowhere near what it was when we got here this morning. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat, head back to the room, make sure everything's packed up, ready to go, and the next time I see will probably be in LA. All right, I'll see you later. Guys, look, there's power washing over here, but look at this sunset, guys. Is that not absolutely insane? My gosh. All right, get my bags. That not an insane sunset? Absolutely amazing. The guy that was pressure washing the sidewalk actively decided he chose to spray my luggage and my pant legs as I was trying to walk by him. So aggravated. But yeah, we're flying to LA. I think we have we're probably 2/3 full. So that's good. I think my coworker stopped off to get a coffee somewhere. I am fully caffeinated with a full belly. Very nice. Well rested, full belly, plenty of caffeine. It's like it's never happened before. All right, I'll see you in LA. Hey there, hi. So we have a crew room here at the hotel, which is very nice, and I am going to throw some popcorn in the microwave. So, Cleo Lane died. Do you know who Cleo Lane is? She was a singer. She was a contemporary of Ella Fitzgerald, but just the most beautiful, sultry voice. If you don't know her music, Google The Lies of Handsome Men. What a title. The Lies of Handsome Men, or Night in Tunisia. She was just the most amazing voice. Cleo Lane. I could have seen her in person once back in the 90s. She performed in Cambridge, and I almost went to see her, but the ticket was so expensive, but I really wish I had gone. And Ruth Buzzy died. Ruth Buzzy. She died. She had Alzheimer's. But if you don't know who Ruth Buzzy is, go ahead and Google The Lost Saucer. She was in a children's TV show, many of them, but she starred in this children's TV show called The Lost Saucer, which I used to watch as a child, and I loved Ruth Buzzy. She was also very well known for being on Laugh-In, I think, and just the most She was a comedian, she was a comic actor, and she was brilliant, but she also was warm. You know, some comedy is cold and hard, and she was always so warm and endearing. She had an edge to her, but I just loved Ruth Buzzy. But she died too. Crazy. But yeah, Cleo Lane, what a heartbreak. And did I mention that there's supposed to be a tsunami warning here in California? Crazy town, crazy town. This, a little bit of popcorn, is going to be what I eat tonight. I don't remember what I had fast food restaurant, little chicken nuggets earlier today for dinner, and I'm going to eat this popcorn before I go to bed. It's better than eating a full meal. So I probably won't see you until tomorrow. All right? See if the hotel's still here. We're not swept away in this tsunami. And good morning, guys. Hi, it's 11:17 a.m. I did not get to sleep last night until probably 2:30, or this morning, I should say, 2:30 or so. I wasn't sleepy. I wasn't ready for bed. I should have been. But so, of course, I pulled out my laptop and started playing Baldur's Gate 3, which keeps me up for a few hours, because there's always something next to do, another button to push, another thing to find, and blah, blah, blah. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. It does impact my sleep occasionally, but today, again, we have a very long layover, so I got to sleep in a little bit. In a minute, I'm going to head up to the crew room and make some lunch, which is going to be some organic couscous from Trader Joe's, and some of this also from Trader Joe's. It's tikka vegetables, which is really just like potatoes, peas, carrots, and a sort of an Indian-inspired sauce. I've had a similar product from Walmart by Tasty Bite, which I really enjoy, but this was probably $1.50 cheaper than Walmart at Trader Joe's. Who knew? So this is it. Oh, it looks like a horse has passed through my room and took a little dump, doesn't it? But that's your couscous with some water. I've got my Indian tikka, whatever. I'm gonna go into the crew room and heat this up, and this doesn't look very appealing, but it's gonna be delicious. And I'm gonna head over to there's a thrift shop called TikToker thrift shop, and that is only open till like 1:30 in the afternoon or something. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, head over to that thrift shop, see if there's anything, and then see if I can take a walk down by the water, see if there's anything interesting. I'm also possibly contemplating going on to the warship, as a battleship or something docked over there by the water. So where else would you put a battleship? Let me just eat. I'm hungry. Heated up, this looks a lot more appealing, although I did overestimate how much couscous was in the container. That's a lot. I will not be finishing this. This is the TikToker thrift shop. Hello, summer. Hello.
Hi.
Really old Toomey T-Tech suitcase here, and they only want $7 for it. It's in great shape. The front's a little dusty, but I just can't get it back. I have got, 3 pieces of luggage. I'm not allowed 4. I really wish this were a possibility, but for $7, I still have to walk away from it. Pottery piece. It's a little vase, kind of crudely thrown, but I like it. But I don't need it. All right, so I did buy one thing. I was looking at 2 different pieces of pottery, and then that suitcase. A lady snatched that suitcase up the minute I walked away from it. I congratulated her on it. But I did find this, which doesn't look like much, but it is a bag that is insulated against fire, ideally for documents that you don't want burnt up in a house fire, for example. It's supposed to be able to protect up to about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's lined with silicone and aluminum and ceramic and all sorts of stuff just in this little bag. But it's also said to be good for storing batteries, like lithium batteries and things like that. And if you don't remember, I've had one battery in my house. I found it after coming back from a trip. it had started to open up and expand, like it could have caught on fire or exploded. Thankfully, it wasn't charged, so it didn't explode or anything. But after that, I've been uncomfortable leaving my rechargeable, larger external batteries for laptops and phones and stuff. I also have an external battery to allow me to jump my battery. And I'm always a little uncomfortable keeping that in the car without any sort of protection. So I think I'm going to keep this in the car to try and potentially squash any problem with external batteries. So $5, I figure I feel a little safer. For $5, that's not too bad, right? All right, I'm going to head back to the hotel for a little bit and then maybe walk down to the water. So I took a little walk down by the water and found the USS Iowa. I've walked past it before. This is a battleship, the battleship Iowa. I don't know much about its history. I've been on the USS Wisconsin, I think it is, and that was definitely interesting. I don't remember how much it cost. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually part of the ticket price for that maritime museum kind of thing. But they want $30 to walk around the USS Iowa, and I really can't say that I'm so hot on naval history or battleships or anything like that I want to spend $30 to walk in. So that is what we're going to see of the battleship Iowa for now. Maybe another time, but that's it. That's the $30 tour. Now what? Oh, I think there's a convenience store over there somewhere. Instead of walking around a battleship for a little while, I'm going to just take a little walk through this little pedestrian area. There's a couple outdoor exercise spots, which I'm obviously not going to take part in, but it's a nice little walk. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And I might kind of swing a left up here and see what kind of neighborhood I find myself in. All right, I am back playing Baldur's Gate. I've got a little bit more of that couscous. And I'm going to try these Madras lentils. That sounds very good. Also, Trader Joe's, also very affordable. With this couscous, now it's going to be my dinner. Hey guys, hi. It is 7:40 in the evening. The sun is about to set. I need a Tums or something because that couscous with the lentils is kind of sitting right about here. It's 7:40 and I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I am going to pack up everything. I just finished a game of Baldur's Gate 3. If you play the game, I played a very, very, very bad ending to the Dark Urge character. It was not pleasant. I think the character ends up like eating scabs off its face or something. I mean, really twisted. But yeah, so I finished the game. I'm going to pack everything up, and tomorrow I think we're flying to Vegas, and then we are switching planes and going to Minneapolis, I think, and back. That's what I think we're doing tomorrow. So I need a little bit of sleep. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Hey guys, how are you? So just making sure the room is left in a responsible condition so that the housekeeping staff doesn't have to work too hard. Oh, almost forgot my protein drink, which is my breakfast this morning. So I am just getting ready to leave the room. Our shuttle is in 15 minutes. Having a little muscle milk for breakfast here. Why am I in a hurry? I still have 15 minutes. So, made sure I have all my cables, everything is packed, everything is charged, everything is ready to go. We're flying to Vegas on an Airbus A321. I'm flying lead today. And then we're switching to an Airbus A320 in Vegas, which is supposed to be fairly light, going to Minneapolis. Coming back, I'm sure it'll be packed because a weekend in Vegas, right? Something interesting I saw on Facebook yesterday was someone had taken a photograph of their check or their bill from Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen restaurant in Las Vegas, and the bill came to like seven something, so almost 750 with tax, and for four people. And the check was like, I guess some people were outraged at the price, like $700 for four people. Are you kidding? And I'm like, why are you upset? Why are you so chill, dude? Why are you so upset? That's like $170 a person, right? And you know those people sat in that restaurant for hours and hours and hours, and they had ordered all manner of things at very, very high prices. Of course, it's Las Vegas on the Strip, but people were really upset. And then a lot of people shared my same opinion. That is a very reasonable amount of money for what you got and for where you got it. If you went to any Morton's, if you're familiar with Morton's Steakhouse well, I think they have got like 15 or 16 locations in this country. Their dinner would cost you that if you were in Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, in New Orleans, any big city you go to, you're going to pay that for dinner today. You're going to spend $15 for a Big Mac meal at McDonald's. Things are expensive today. I don't know why people are so upset. Would I do that? No. Could I do that? No. I wouldn't spend $30 to go on that battleship yesterday. But just if prices are too high, you just don't do it, right? I don't know why I'm on such a kick. Let me go downstairs to the quick editorial, blah, blah, blah. Let me go downstairs, get that shuttle, and I will... Am I done? Yeah, I'll see you later. Very strange. I just left my room. Oh, he's coming back. This guy is walking down the hallway. He's kind of cute. But he walked past me. It's almost 4 in the morning. Hold on. Do I hear him? Good. Oh, weird. Let me hit this button. Hold on. So it is. Oh my gosh, hold on. All right, the elevator door is closed. Very strange. This guy, as I open my door, mind you, it is 3:50 a.m. here in LA. This guy is walking past my door. No socks, no shoes, and he's walking past me. And he gives me this look that sounds like he. That like look he gave. I'm like, very strange. And he walked past my room slowly, and then turned, because I turned to look back because I wasn't sure if he had a knife. And he looked at me and just gave me this very creepy smile. And then as I was talking to you, he turned back. He came out of his room and started following me down the hallway. Very strange. Hey. Yeah. He just walked by and gave me this look and this smile like, oh. Well, he's not very discerning if he looked at you too. Turns out we're going to Milwaukee after Vegas, not Minneapolis. They're both M's. All right, so we deplaned. I have like 3 minutes to get a bagel to grab something other than that muscle milk I had for breakfast. And they gave us a yogurt and a little pastry at the hotel. The flight was completely full. Very nice, 49 minutes, super short. One person close to me was obviously sick the entire time. Like, it sounded like a strawberry milkshake. You know what I'm talking about? And it just made me uncomfortable because I was just sick like, a week ago. I know. If I were that worried, I'd wear a mask, but it was just dramatic, But whatever. I'm going to Milwaukee. See you there. And welcome to Milwaukee, guys. We have a half hour or so before we're going to start boarding. It's a cute little airport. But I found a Dunkin' Donuts, which is very, very welcome. Grabbed myself a little muffin for a little sweetness, and I'm waiting for my coffee, which I am desperate for. That flight was very nice. Very, very nice. We had some really sweet people. I know that I'm always saying this, and I doubt anybody believes me, but 99.44% of our passengers are exceptional human beings, just wonderful. Once in a while you got that odd one, you know, but today just really great passengers, really fun. Lots of good stories, a lot of laughs, just really good. I bonded with one lady over skincare. It was just a really nice flight. And as I think I've mentioned, my crew's great. In particular, my position D, he's just great. He's sitting up with me in most of the trip. Yeah, that was it. Just about 3 hours from LA here. I'm sorry, Vegas here, and then we're going back. I am very much looking forward to going home. I only have a day and a half off before my next trip, so I'm going to spend every minute at home with my cats, although I think I'm supposed to meet with my sponsee. I don't know. I can't really think until I've had some coffee, so I will see you later. The only complaint I have about Dunkin' Donuts is that it's never consistent. Like, you can have an amazing cup of coffee, and then the next time I order the same thing, you know, it's just never consistent. I don't understand why, but this is... but it's caffeinated, so I'm going to drink it. Oh, hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to Las Vegas. It is toasty here. It's 105 degrees, which really isn't that bad. It could be much worse. And was freezing, actually. I've warmed up since getting back to my car. But my jump seat today is up by the front door in L1, right against the door there. And it's always cold in that spot on the aircraft, especially during landing. When we're approaching our final destination, it is always really cold. My toes were, they were aching. It was so cold. So the last time I saw you, I think I was actually in Milwaukee with my, getting my iced coffee, and I got a little muffin. We had a little very minor, super minor, tiny little minor maintenance issue, just cosmetic really on the inside of the plane, but it had to be written up. And that process took a little longer than we really wanted. And we had a number of passengers who were anxious about making their connecting flights. With the minor delay and the anxiety over making connections, I really had to pull out all of my de-escalation skill sets. Usually that includes a couple little jokes that I know are easy, and they come off well, and I don't have to read the room too hard when so I have a couple jokes, a couple little one-liners I use, and I also practice my listening, because sometimes people just need to be heard. They don't always expect a solution, but sometimes they just want to be heard, and that was definitely true today. But it was a complicated boarding process before we actually were able to close the door. Once we got on our way, we're maybe 35 minutes late, which is the pilots were able to make up some time, so that's nice. I asked everybody if it would be okay if they allowed the people who were going to make this one flight to Orange County. It was going to be they were going to be really close to their their departure time when the door is closed. So I asked everybody if they would be so kind as to let them off the plane first, and they readily agreed to. So the people getting off were grateful and said thank you and all that. But all in all, a very easy flight once we actually were able to close the door and get on our way. So no real complaints. It was just that it just took a little bit longer than I really wanted for that maintenance issue to be written up in the book, but nothing crazy. And, you know, looking back and talking about it, it doesn't seem as dramatic as it felt in the moment. But there were lots of people who were, you know, they had expectations of making their next flight or having time between flights to get something to eat or something, because it's a long day traveling. But blah, blah, blah. So another day done. I am off tomorrow, and then I've got probably a 5:30 report time on Saturday morning to head off to Fort Lauderdale. When I bid for this schedule, Ideally, I bid for this because I knew I would have a long Hartford layover, so I could see my friend Marcus again. It's 16 days off, 80 hours credit, so it's a great line. But the first trip of the month, the one that's starting on Saturday morning, it's Fort Lauderdale, and then I think day two, I think, is we go to Cali in Colombia from, I think, Miami. Or it's Fort Lauderdale, one of the two. But I really don't frequently do international trips, mostly because I hate going through customs. I have the app for my passport and all that stuff. That makes it definitely faster. I don't have global entry because I really avoid international trips pretty much at all costs. But the first trip of the month, it's a 3-day trip with 22 hours credit, so I can't get rid of it, so I'll be just fine. But I think I'm going to be the most senior person on the trip. Am I making any sense at all? I feel like I'm talking freeform. I am. I think I'm going to be the most senior person on the trip, and I think I'm going to fly C. I've been flying lead quite a lot lately, and I think I just need a break from the responsibility of being up in front. So I think I'm going to fly C during the next trip. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to let you go so I can grab something to eat, probably at Trader Joe's, get that chicken with the wild rice, and then go home, give the cat some treats, eat some dinner, and then I think take a very, very early night's sleep. So I will see you in the next video, which will probably start on Saturday. All right, I'll talk to you later. Fly safe. Bye.